In recent years, the Czech Republic has become a top destination for cycling. It's this rare mix of green landscapes, historic towns, impressive castles, and small family wineries. For me, this was already my third time in Prague, but this trip felt different. I was setting out on a journey with my son. A journey that didn't just connect Prague with Vienna, but also a father with his son. We started off in a little town called Kutná Hora, about an hour and a half from Prague. The name literally means mining mountain. Back in the 12th century, large silver deposits were discovered here, and the city quickly became a major center for silver mining, which made it incredibly wealthy. Thanks to its stunning architecture, it was recognized in 1995 as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. From there, we biked just a short distance to one of the strangest sites in the country. If you're wondering about all the skulls, well, at some point a cemetery had to be cleared, and instead of just moving the remains, they decided to use them as decorations. The walls, the ceilings, everything is covered in bones. Creepy? Yes. Weird? Absolutely. But definitely an experience you don't forget. Not long after, hidden deep in the forest, we suddenly came across a chateau that, I'm not exaggerating, looked just like the White House. Sadly, we didn't have time to go inside, but even just the view from outside was breathtaking. Our next stop was a small town that for over 400 years has been home to the national stud at Kladruby nad Labem, a breeding farm for majestic white Baroque horses. These horses were once sold to royal courts all across Europe. Today, you can tour the stables and visit the museum. And yes, even royal horses appreciate a little pat on the nose. Further along, we came across an incredible building that looked like something straight out of a Charlie Chaplin film. It turned out to be an old power station from 1909, built in a Cubist style, now serving as a cultural and art center. Not far from there, a beautiful Renaissance castle awaited us. If you're here, I highly recommend walking the surrounding walls for the views. Cycling through Central Europe opens up landscapes you don't often see. Endless green forests, streams, canals, and charming villages. We passed fields of corn, sunflowers, apple and cherry orchards, and even small farms with cows, geese, and sheep. Combined with cool weather and the occasional drizzle, it felt like we'd stepped right into a fairy tale. In the town of Litomyšl, we found one of the cultural gems of the region. A Renaissance chateau, Gothic and Baroque churches, and a lively art scene that hosts festivals year-round. Music, cinema, and more. We instantly fell in love with the place. The next day began with light rain, but the weather soon cleared. By evening, we hopped on a train and rolled into Brno, the second largest city in the Czech Republic and the historical capital of Moravia. Everywhere we looked, the city's grand architecture made an impression. As we neared the Austrian border, dark clouds gathered, but somehow we made it dry to the picturesque town of Mikulov. At its center, perched on a hill, stands an impressive chateau that can be seen from miles away. From there, we descended into narrow cobblestone streets with red-tiled roofs. Our hotel was in what used to be the Jewish quarter, named after the temple, and fittingly decorated with menorah-shaped ironwork. The welcome drink, a glass of local wine, was the perfect way to end the day. This was our last dinner on the trip. we had earned this beer. In the morning, the gloomy clouds gave way to summer sunshine, and the palace gardens looked at their best. Along the journey, we encountered quite a few testimonies to the large Jewish community that was here before the Holocaust, synagogues in various cities, and also here in Mikulov, right at the foot of the castle. Up the hill is an ancient Jewish cemetery, currently closed for renovations. We set out for the last day of riding, and the streets lit up our faces. Outside the city, we discovered a beautiful valley full of green vineyards and wineries family-friendly, accompanying the riders to the horizon. We ended the trip in Vienna with a milkshake and some art. Bottom line, we rode 260 kilometers in 4.5 days. We traveled between two great European capitals, but the real magic was actually on the road between them. Alone, without a car and without a guide, just two riders, a cool breeze, and one shared path. If you have children who love to ride, this is a trip you won't forget.